Welcome to Do Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred, and joining us today on this episode is Chef Bryan Ledet, Executive Chef at Terrebonne General Health System. He is going to be preparing a nutritious, healthy breakfast that is kid approved. Welcome to the show, Bryan.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's get started with you telling us a little bit more about yourself and your role at Terrebonne General.
Like you said, my name is Chef Bryan. I am Executive Chef here at the hospital. I've been here for about 11 years and in my current role for 7.
You have something special for us today, and I see you have a special guest with us today, too. Why don't you tell us who your little helper is?
This is my daughter, Michaela, getting ready to go back to school. So we decided to make a spinach and banana waffle just to promote healthy breakfast eating in the morning.
Okay, sounds good. Well, let's get started with how do you make spinach banana waffles?
Alrighty, so this is one of those recipes that you kind of want to hide your vegetable, even though it's going to be green. Tell them it's Hulk or whatever character they like that's green. Mm-hmm. So first, Michaela's going to start with cutting some strawberries. I'm going to make a quick compote. Okay. So she's just going to cut the tops off and quarter them and throw them in the pot.
All right.
I know.
And I noticed she has a kid-safe knife.
Yeah.
Right,
so
a child-safe.
We don't want them to use super sharp knives, so these are sharp enough to cut through whatever you need, and they won't cut themselves.
Okay. All right.
All right, and while she does that, we're gonna make the actual waffle batter. Okay. This one's a little unique because it doesn't have any flour. It doesn't have any leavening agent whatsoever. So in this blender, we have rolled oats.
Okay, so that's pretty healthy right there. Mm-hmm. The other ingredient?
Spinach. So this is the star, one of the stars of the show.
Okay. And that's a good way to sneak that in, right?
Right. Like I said, even though it's green, they'll see it's green. You just have to
make it a fun green.
Fib a little bit and tell them it's a superhero or something like that.
Right. Michaela's still cutting the strawberries.
I'm going to turn this on so we can start cooking.
Okay.
And to this, bananas. We're going to add 2 bananas. So if you know anything about cooking with bananas, whatever you add it to, it will taste like a banana. So these waffles will taste like a banana.
Like sweet?
Sweet, tangy.
Tangy. Much better than what spinach tastes like, that's for sure.
So it will not taste like spinach whatsoever. And that's starting to cook over here. And to this, we have almond milk. Now you can use whole milk, you can use skim milk, whatever you like, whatever your kids like.
Okay.
And then 3 eggs.
Sounds pretty easy.
Yeah, it's super simple. Doesn't take a lot of time.
How many servings does this make?
So this particular one I doubled, so it'll make about 6 good sized waffles.
Okay.
So
feed the whole family.
Oh, and vanilla.
Oh, vanilla. And that makes it sweet too.
So for this, you're just going to stick it on your blender until it turns into this.
Okay. Like the consistency of a batter.
So it's a little bit thicker than a normal batter, but we want it a little thicker because once we put it on the waffle iron, it doesn't expand or anything, so we want it a little thicker.
Okay.
So you're just going to spray your waffle iron, top and bottom.
So it's okay to spray?
Yes.
When it's hot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And you want to preheat your waffle iron. You don't want it cold because then you have a sticky mess.
Okay.
If you don't have a waffle iron, make them into pancakes. Just put them on a pan on the stove.
Oh, okay, good. So there's an alternative there.
Yes, ma'am. And you want to be pretty generous with this. Like I said, it doesn't spread. It doesn't. It's not going to leaven, if you will. So we close, twist, and then let that cook.
Okay.
So while that's cooking, we're just making just cooking down the strawberries. It's just natural strawberries. We're not going to add any sugars or anything to it because we don't want to make it super sweet.
Okay. So just
I'll just take
quartered strawberries. Cook them down.
And we're not going to go too long with these. You can go as long as you want.
Do they just have to be soft?
Yeah, it's just soft.
Soft.
They don't even have to be. Just a little warm. And while this is cooking, we'll get all this stuff.
Oh.
We got some whipped cream as a little treat at the end.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
So it does take a little while to cook. To cook that spinach, to cook the bananas. But with a waffle machine, once your light turns on, it's done.
And it's good to go. Okay.
You can sub anything for this. If you don't like strawberries, use blueberries. If you don't like spinach, use another green thing that you think your kids would like or wouldn't like.
Okay.
Let's check on it real quick.
So the strawberries are going to be for the topping.
So this one's not quite ready, but
Aha.
I have some
Voila.
already made.
Yes. Oh,
So we're just
came out
going to do
nice.
that and then take the strawberries.
Whoop. One on top.
Throw them on top. And then take the whipped cream.
There you go.
And that's it.
That's it. There you have it, a healthy, nutritious breakfast with strawberries, bananas, and spinach. Thanks so much for joining us, Bryan.
Thank you.
And preparing that for us. And thank you, Michaela.
You're welcome.
Great job. Thank you for tuning into To Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred, and we'll see you right back here next week. For this recipe and more, visit tghealthsystem.com.